Can you apply fertilizer before the lawn season begins? There is a belief that applying fertilizer outside of the active growing season is a waste of time and money. There's another belief that if your grass is dormant and you apply fertilizer, that fertilizer is wasted. We have just flipped the calendar to March, and the lawn season, especially for us in the transition and cool season zones, hasn't quite begun yet. With temperatures rising, now's a great time to come up with your plan for the lawn season, do a soil test, and apply some pre-emergent. Here in the shadows of the Smoky Mountains, as you saw earlier, now's the time for me to apply my pre-emergent. But I also want to put out some sort of fertilizer with this application. But the question is, what do I put out this early in March? I'm going to put out a big bop of fertilizer with Green Charge. 26% nitrogen. Pfft. Yeah. Going back to earlier in the video, many believe this application is a waste of time, money, and fertilizer. False. If you chose to put out some sort of fertilizer this time of year, it's not a waste of anything. Grass is not dumb. If your lawn is dormant and you put out fertilizer, it's not going to start using the fertilizer, wake up, grow, then die. Similar to if you put out a winterizer application, if your grass isn't ready to grow, it's just going to store the nutrients and use them when it's ready. What this application will do is make your lawn greener before everyone else. Let's just pretend for a second the temperatures are rising, so you go ahead and put out some fertilizer. Your grass starts to grow, and then a cold snap comes, and maybe you get a frost or freeze on your lawn. Just mow your lawn to remove the burnt tips of your grass, and then resume your season as normal. If you want to get a jump into the lawn season, using a high nitrogen fertilizer like Green Charge will do exactly as the name says and charge your lawn into the spring. Full force.
This time, I'm going full force.
If you're using a granular pre-emergent like I am, it needs watered in anyway. To prevent any potential for burning on your lawn, go ahead and apply your pre-emergent first, so that way it falls off the grass blades and just lands on the soil, and then apply your fertilizer on top of it. Typically speaking, if you're using a hose-end sprayer, you don't need to water in Greene County Fertilizer anyway. But just to make sure the pre-emergent is nice and deep, go ahead and water everything in for about 15 minutes. Or just plan around a big rain. You can do that too. Mother Nature is great. I will say a hose-end sprayer isn't the best tool for this job, as Green Charge works best as a foliar application. The finer mist provided by a backpack sprayer works best for foliar applications. However, using a hose-end sprayer is fine as well. What I'm doing is I'm applying the pre-emergent first, then coming back and setting my chameleon to the fan spray to apply the Green Charge. Then I'm gonna let the Green Charge sit on the grass blades for 30 to 60 minutes, and then come out with my sprinklers to make sure I water in the pre-emergent nice and deep. Don't let people dissuade you if you want to put fertilizer out on your lawn. Go ahead and do it along with your pre-emergent application. It's fine. You won't hurt anything. You've been cooped up all winter. It's been cold. If you start to get a little bit of nice weather, get outside, work in the lawn, and have some fun. All this talk about fertilizer has me wondering, what about my dormant Bermuda?